This one. Sitting and waiting so patiently.
I want to give them some rewards.
Who is that?
This is our farming girl. Here. Nope. Put your butt down. Butt down. There you go. Good stuff, huh? Come here. So we get asked all the time, do we feed raw? Do we recommend feeding raw? And the answer to that question is yes and no. As puppies under 2 years old, it's mainly a no. Unless, in fact, if you feed a strictly raw diet under the age of 2, it will void your health guarantee with us. And the reason for that is that puppies have to have balanced meals. And it is very hard for anyone making meals at home to get a nutritionally balanced, guaranteed analysis on each and every meal. So what we recommend is stick to the high quality kibble that we send the puppies home on. There are a couple different brands that we do recommend if you want some alternatives. But when we go to raw, we will supplement feed with raw. This is not going to be an all-day thing. It will be one meal, maybe 2 to 3 times a week. So these are what we feed. They come frozen. They come pre-made. You can see the Tyler's has human grade ingredients. They are expensive, but the great thing about them is you don't have to worry about not having a nutritionally balanced meal for your puppy. So you're not just throwing them some chunks of chicken and some vegetables or some organs, which is what a lot of people do when they feed raw. As an adult, they can store those nutrients, and each and every meal doesn't have to be balanced, and that is why we feed puppies multiple times a day as well, so that they have consistent nutrition throughout the day, throughout the night. So when we feed these, our puppies are currently eating 3 times a day. So this is lunch, and by feeding this, I don't have to worry about feeding kibble alongside of it. So they will get a combination of these for lunch, and then they'll go back to their kibble for dinner. And we'll do that, like I said, 2 to 3 times a week, just as a supplement. So for you raw feeders out there, there are some great options. These are not the only 2 brands. I encourage you to look up the brands you're using and see how many recalls that they've had. We've had good success with these. Just store them properly. So with these 3 puppies, we'll give them each one of these patties. You can see that these come already pre-made into little really convenient to feed patties. And this is beef, while the Tyler's are, I'll dig some out of here to show you. They're little chunks, and you can see the vegetables in there. So what we typically do with these babies, you can see how well they've learned. If they're, she found them on the ground. I'm not going to get her attention now, but you'll see that they've learned to place their butt on the ground in order to receive anything. Yes, good girl. So I'm going to go ahead and give each one of these one of the beef patties, and then we'll put, it's hard to get your mouth on, isn't it? Here. And a lot of times when we're feeding them together like this, I will put 4 of them out here, because you'll see that they kind of get running around, and I want to make sure that everybody gets some. See, she's taking hers inside. And then we'll just go ahead and dump a little bit of this in the bowl. Purple, are you going to come back out? She said nope. So Purple's not going to get any of the Tyler's today. But that is your answer to raw feeding. And I know that I'm not saying that I'm always right, but from our research, this is, if you want to feed raw to a puppy under 2 years old, this is what we recommend. It's what we do. We've grown up some really good puppies this way, and according to my research, the raw feeding is just not ideal for young puppies. Do a lot of people do it? Yes, they do. And they probably have success as well, but it's not what we recommend. That's it. So that answers one tiny little question. Maybe if you have other questions about raw feeding, you can put it down in the comments and we can do a more in-depth video on it. But this was just a short, quick, gonna come out and feed the puppies, and we thought we'd show you what we do. So as always, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and we'll see you next time.
Power!